He's not invested. Jay Cutler couldn't give a rip if he throws a touchdown or an interception. Quite honestly, is simply looking at his facial expressions and running an opinion off of that. When we've had guys like Dominique Foxworth or Jermon Bushrod, who both played with him, said
you make
he's
me
a
sick
good
sometimes.
teammate.
You make me sick sometimes. Please, just be quiet and listen, because let me tell you something. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Number one, it ain't just about Jay Cutler's facial expressions. I got an 11-year track record with this brother. 11 years, one playoff appearance. 1-1 in a playoff, pedaling on a bicycle in an NFC championship game instead of backpedaling in the pocket. What the hell are you talking about?
Those I'm talking about coaches and
teammates. That's not hyperbole. That's not hyperbole. I gave you facts. I just gave you facts. That's number one. Number two, I've spoken to several of his teammates who played for him. Have you? Have you talked to them? Have you listened to what they said about his lack of leadership? Number three, visit the teammates in Denver. Visit them in Chicago. Listen to what they have to say. They used to argue with me on behalf of Jay Cutler and called me to apologize or ran in front of me. You got that?
Listen,
I do. I'm telling you right now. No, zip it. I'm giving you facts. You don't get to speak right now. I gave you your because you accused it of hyperbole. Why? Because you got a stat sheet. Because you got a stat sheet and you read some stats. You ain't engaging in hyperbole.
Hey, listen.
Is Jay Cutler not? Hold on. Is Jay Cutler not and juxtaposed to Colin Kaepernick? Is Jay Cutler right now not the epitome of white privilege in the United States of America? What did he do to deserve this job? What did he do?
Listen now.
Is he better? Is he better? What did he do?
Could it be possible that these locker rooms, they're just in the realm of possibility, could it possibly be under the sun of this universe that there's people in these locker rooms that disagree with the guys that are talking to you? Could it be possible that Dominique Foxworth or Jermon Bushrod or Adam Gase or Herm Edwards, for that matter, have said,
I'd like to answer that question.
No. I'm not done.
I'd like to answer that question.
I'm not done. I've said this makes football sense and that Jay Cutler is a good teammate. How is it possible that someone could disagree with Stephen A. Smith or the people that talk to Stephen A. Smith?
They disagree with me all the time. They just end up wrong like you. They disagree with me. They disagree with me all the time. They just end up wrong like you. But in the end, to answer your question directly, I'm not saying that there are not players that wouldn't disagree with those players that I spoke to. But I coupled it with the facts I gave you about Jay Cutler. I didn't just sit there and say they said that about him. I gave you an 11-year history. This dude threw for 4,000 yards once. He had a good year 2 years ago with Adam Gase as his quarterback. He hasn't been interested. He's looked apathetic. You got anybody that covers the sport that knows it, but because Will Cain wants to be the ultimate contrarian, engaging in hyperbole while accusing others of doing it, he don't want to embrace the fact that Jay Cutler is not the argument that you want to make right here on First Take. You better find another subject. Jay Cutler ain't the answer.
And Jay Cutler's not the only.
Or Stephen A. Smith running to hyperbole. One of us is sharing the same opinion as Adam Gase. The other is saying he's the worst quarterback in the NFL. I'll let the audience decide. Am I a contrarian or are you being hyperbolic?
Let me tell you something right now. This ain't politics, baby. This is sports. I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you. That's number one. Number two, don't give me hyperbole when it comes to Jay Cutler when I gave you facts. You don't get to ignore the facts that I dropped on you. I gave you, hold on, I gave you facts. Number three, even if the Miami Dolphins make the playoffs, it doesn't mean it's going to be because of him.
This is so fun, but we got to go.
We also take into consideration, chill. The bottom line is this. When you look at Jay Cutler, he might be a byproduct of it. They may be successful in spite of him. It damn sure ain't going to be because of him.
Because he's
I'd like to judge one thing.
Please.
Stephen A. says he's the worst quarterback in football. Where do you rank him, Will? How would you describe Jay Cutler?
He's probably around, at this point, this year, where he will be, I'll give him around 20th.
Okay, I am closer to agree.
Is this coming from the guy? Molly, he's talking, Molly, like it's breaking news, and I'm going like this. It's about who you're going against. It's about who you're going against.
Is this coming from the same guy who moments ago somehow shoehorned into his pick of the Warriors the fact that Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time and calling me
the greatest shooter of all time? But you see the difference? I can say the greatest shooter of all time, Steph Curry.
Right.
That takes 5 seconds, unlike your soliloquies, which takes 5 minutes. And you acting like we in a class at Columbia.
We're not.
You want to put a clock on it?
Time out. This is fun, but I have a real
question.
Any day
of the week.
Stephen A., do you feel
like... the last segment.
Guys, can you all settle down, focus for a second? Do you guys feel like Draymond Green's going to be an X factor, though, keeping his emotions in check, playing well on both ends?
First of all, I'm always focused. Secondly, of course, Draymond Green is going to be a factor. Okay. Well, what Molly is saying or what Molly is asking. Because Molly is asking about Draymond Green, who had 20, 12, and 9. Molly is asking about a guy who can put up a triple-double. Molly is asking about a guy that repeatedly produces time and time again when all his weapons are there.
I was with you when we felt like he's cost them games before. That's why.
Let me tell you, I'll answer the question, Molly. Draymond Green is when we were arguing yesterday, sort of, who's the alpha of Golden State, like Steph or Kevin Durant?
Number one. And number two, here's what I really get from this. Max Kellerman would rather somebody take a fork and stab him in his chest before he was able to admit that he was wrong, okay? Because it's far be it for anybody to just disagree with him. We have to lack comprehension when it comes to Max Kellerman, because it's not that we could disagree with him.
Well,
it's that we
don't comprehend
what his argument is.
You don't truly believe you're wrong.
My exact
little melee here. You see Eric Bledsoe and Joel. There's Stephen. Wait.
Oh, what are you doing?
Cleveland A. Is that Cleveland A?
What are you doing out there?
Coming out to save the day?
I could not believe it.
You had to break it up?
That is not me.
That guy was too fast. I know it couldn't have been you.
That is not me. Yeah, I can get on you. You keep on joking, Molly. You know what? I'm gonna start getting on you.
Laugh a little on this show.
I'm gonna start getting on you about something. It was not me, people.
Yeah.
It was not me. The only thing that I could surmise is that the hairline. It did look like me from a distance, the hairline. But it was not me. That was not me that jumped on the court.
Everyone really thought that was you.
They really thought it was me. It was not me. It was not me. I was on the other side of the arena with Allen Iverson. Yes.
Stephen A., this is not me. This is not me right now. This is someone else.
Whatever.
What do you mean that wasn't you? What are you doing out on the basketball court in the middle of the game?
It wasn't me.
You had no business in that melee.
So let me get this straight. That pit bull that is Eric Bledsoe, along with 7'1" Joel Embiid, is about to get into a fight, and I am going to get in the middle of that. Have y'all lost y'all damn mind?
Okay. I couldn't believe it.
I'm not doing that.
Let me tell you something.
Him one more time.
Come
on out, Cleveland A.
It's not only the hairline that bought everybody in. Stephen A., we all believe you would do that. I don't know what you're talking about. We all believe you would run onto the court.
Let's start right there.
Stop, guys. It's my league.
Really? Y'all really think that I would jump on the court in the middle of two dudes fighting like that? You crazy? I will say this on a more serious note, like the Palace at Auburn Hill years ago. I would have tried to stop some of those players from running into the stand. That I would have done.
You're a little taller and slimmer than that guy. I knew it wasn't you.
I agree.
All right.
Association. So it's not about Eric Reed. It's about me being a radio host, acknowledging that I have to consider all sides until the definitive truth is being told. Like, for example, if he says he took 7 tests, what if we found out he took 3? You see what I'm saying?
Let me stop you right there.
Sure.
There's a book that you need to educate yourself with called The $40 Million Slaves. That's about basketball written by William C. Roden.
Stop right there. Stop. Hold on. Whoa. I had a television show, quite frankly. William C. Roden, who happens to be a friend of mine, is the author of the book and came on my show to promote it for a full hour. I am fully aware of the book. I have read the book cover to cover. I read it many years ago. That statement you just made was unnecessary and disrespectful, but I won't make you apologize. What I will say instead is this. You're not listening to me when I tell you this. I have an obligation. Do I believe Eric Reed is lying? No. But I have the obligation of saying if he's telling the truth, because there are people in NFL circles who may say he's lying. So until we know, I have to say if he's telling the truth. I can't specifically take his word as gospel because the role that I'm in makes that an irresponsible position to take. You have the luxury of expressing your feelings because you don't have these radio airwaves available to you where you could be held accountable for calling somebody definitively to the carpet without all the facts being revealed.
All the facts, yes or no?
Excuse me?
Do you have all the facts, yes or no?
That's what I'm trying to say, no. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I have to say if, because I don't. That's my point.
Talking to an educator, not an educatee.
Hold on. First of all, we're all educatees. So you just lied about that. You still learn every day. You trying to tell me you stopped learning?
Teach you something. You understand me? Man,
Hold on.
I
just finished saying, are you not an educatee? Do you not get taught something every day? Do you not learn something every day? An educator is the first person to tell us we never stop learning. So why would you make that statement?
Whether you're blind, crippled, crazy.
Goodbye. I tried to talk to you. I tried. I've asked you questions. You're ignoring me. I gave you the airwaves. I'm trying to interrupt because you're arguing me over moot points, and you had an opportunity to express yourself. Call back tomorrow and try again, and I'll put you on again. But I'm not going to let you take up more time with this
damn camera on me right now. Last time I checked, it was January 15th, Richard Sherman, that the Dallas Cowboys lost to the Green Bay Packers. Now, a few weeks before that, this brother is on the show, and he like, Stephen, how dare him not be here when I am on this show to rave about my Cowboys and watch what we do. And they are gone yet again, another year. They haven't won a damn playoff game. It's been 22 years since they won a Super Bowl, and your behind couldn't be found. Suddenly, Michael Irvin couldn't be found anywhere.
Scandrick and all that.
Where the hell have you been?
I hope you enjoyed those 22 years, because what we got hard to have championships.
Can we stop right there?
Seasons,
Can we stop right there?
Record-breaking. Hold on. And it's going to start off a plethora of years of winning.
First of all, the word is plethora, number one. Number two, and more importantly, Michael Irvin, don't let me come on the NFL Network with you. Let me tell you something.
Do your thing. It won't change.
Here's the deal. Hold on.
It won't change.
The Michael Irvin that I know. The Michael Irvin's the playmaker. My brother, my man. We've known each other for years. We worked together.
I don't need to kiss him at first. Just do it.
He used to be talking about, all right, we used to talk about championships. Michael Irvin and I never had a conversation about anything other than championships. Now the Cowboys can't win a damn playoff game, but you talking greatness? You talking greatness?
Let me give you the explanation of greatness.
Take it away.
You are informed and edified. I'm going to crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead.
Right here, right now. Let me give you something. Greatness is an extended time of great performance, and that's what these young kids are about to give you. You saw it out of the quarterback last year. You saw it out of the running back last year. Now give them time. When greatness that's sitting right before you got to the Cowboys, they were 1-15, 3-13 before 3 years later being 3 championships in 4 years. You got to give it time to grow. It's like a good seed that's about to turn into a great tree. Y'all going to watch it happen and then sit here and talk about it all day. You ain't going to bring me back to talk about it.
First of all, that is utter nonsense. Especially
of course you say that.
Let me finish.
But tell me about the greatness.
Let me finish.
You got to give it time to grow. Did Tom Brady win his rookie year?
Hold on.
Did Peyton Manning win his rookie year? Come on, talk to me about this.
Let me tell you something right now.
Talk to me about greatness.
You were talking about what they were going to do before January 15th. They didn't do it, and I couldn't find you for 2 months. Why couldn't I find you for 2 months? You were gone. And Richard Sherman is sitting right next to you. You act like the Dallas Cowboys don't have to play him and don't have to play Seattle and Atlanta and Green Bay and the New York Giants. What about all of that, Michael Irvin?
And what are you telling them? They're not great because they didn't win the championship last year either.
They got a ring already. They got a ring already. They don't have it. Listen, young kids were in elementary school when the last time y'all won a title. It's been 22 years.
And yes, no doubt.
Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Then the big city,
504. There's a little bit more distractions.
But what
you
I
understand more of a nightlife.
You can get distracted anywhere. You can get distracted in Boston, too.
Excuse me.
You
Foxborough?
You're not in Foxborough. You're
Wait a minute.
Boston.
A lot of those guys are in Foxborough during the week.
New Orleans is different.
New Orleans is different animal.
Nobody is in Foxborough.
Molly, with all due respect,
you guys can get in anywhere. That's the worst argument, though. You're talking about
that is not the worst argument. I'm calling you out right here. That is so phony on your part. Molly, hold on. Molly, give somebody a chance to address you since you always got something to say. All right, here's the deal. So Molly Wood, let me get this straight. Molly Wood. What's that nickname? Molly Wood.
Well, you gave her that
nickname. No difference. Don't let me. Hold on. There's no difference between New Orleans and Foxborough.
First of all, it's not Foxborough. It's Boston.
Is Boston a party town, Molly?
Yes, guess you can go out in Boston.
You can party
anywhere.
Go out is different. But listen, I'm from New Orleans. I'm telling you,
it's different.
It's different. It never sleeps.
You guys,
you don't know that.
you
never sleep.
But you guys, you can get into trouble anywhere.
You don't know
that. But some places more than others.
You don't know to help you get
you
into
don't
trouble
know there's a difference. You
and I went to LA for work. That was a job opportunity.
I'm nervous, Max. I'll admit it. I'm nervous, okay? I'll admit it. I'm nervous, all right? I don't know if Golden State could beat Houston without Steph Curry. I don't know, Max. I don't know. But I love what I heard from Steve Kerr, though. Because guess why? It means you're saying Steph Curry is a superstar, but damn it, we got Kevin Durant. And that means we gonna find out.
Because he relates to that. We've seen Jerry Jones with his drunken videos. We've known Jerry Jones to be in precarious situations as well.
Marcus, hold on. First of all, you watch your mouth about my buddy, Jerry Jones, okay? You watch your mouth about that, man. I love that, man. My Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, those are my buddies. We going out, I don't drink, and we going out for drinks. I promise that we going out for drinks, and I'm going to keep my word. I love them boys. Don't you watch your mouth when it comes to them. Now, let me say this. That's right. I reckon you're right, Max. I reckon you're right. Here's the deal, Marcus. I'm just asking a question. It's just me. Are you saying that these transgressions are no big deal and we should anticipate and expect more of them?
All right, a couple of things. First of all, I'm very well aware of whose show this is and how I get on it. And if you want to stop me from talking, you all know all the ways to do it. So when you ask me a question, I'm going to answer the question, okay? Just like Baker Mayfield did. And if we have a comprehension issue, as you suggested, that I somehow, which, by the way, I never do that. I never say you're capable or incapable of comprehending the issue. But the hug is what Baker Mayfield, or the lack of a hug, is answering for. That's why the question is being asked. And
but we disagree with that, Will.
Hold on. And what he's saying is it offends his competitive nature for you to be in our locker room, to sell us on your vision, and then to go across the other sideline.
Will,
hold on, Max, I swear to God, man.
You made this point 5 times. How do you
Max,
answer this?
Of all the people to admit about repeating
you and
themselves.
I are on the same side of this issue. Calm down.
He doesn't need to grow up. He's doing it just right.
Well, can I ask you a question, Will?
Yeah.
What would you suggest Hugh Jackson, or whether I'm assuming since you're aligned with Baker Mayfield's thinking in this regard, what do you assume Hugh Jackson should have done?
Okay,
would have been
things.
the right thing to do.
Here, you know what's funny? You're taking this from Hugh's side of the equation. I'm taking it from Baker's. I'm telling you, Baker is free to feel. Max said this as well in different words. Baker's free to feel however he wants about Hugh's choices. I don't think Hugh, by the way, was in some boxed corner 2 weeks after getting fired, 1 week doing a press tour, that he only had one job available to him, and it was to be for free.
I got another question for you, Will. I got another question for you, Will.
People were lined up for
Will. I got it. Hey, Will Kane.
Yeah.
If you were a football executive on any level, would you hire a man that just had a 336-1 record?
I would not.
Thank you.
What are you telling me?
Thank you. I'm just saying.
He had to take this job?
No one would.
So you're saying, what you're telling me is, given time, Hugh, his only opportunity was this one.
Just watch this. This was Stephen A. walking onto the set moments ago.
Like a mob man.
This man is focused. He's yelling at Jay. He's yelling at me. Then he goes out, he's searching out Jalen. He wants to know where Jalen is. Stephen A. Smith is ready to go.
I've never done this before because I got enough jobs, okay? I got enough jobs, and I'm a very busy man, and I love Rachel Nichols and the job that she does on the jump. And I'm in L.A. all the time. Damn it, they need to bring me on the show. The blasphemy. At first, it was Scottie Pippen and T-Mac talking about sit Zion down. Just quit on your team. In the middle of the season, just quit. Now, Paul Pierce with LeBron. How much does LeBron get paid? $35 million? Sit down. Just don't even worry. Season, 22 games left. All right? Still in the hunt for a playoff spot. And Paul Pierce is saying, a Hall of Famer. My brother, I love these. T-Mac, Pippen, Paul Pierce, no but love for the truth. The truth.
truth shall make you free. That's supposed to be Paul Pierce. And you go on a jump and you sit up there and say, sit down, LeBron James, best player in the world, supposedly, best player in the world.
Sit down, be humble.
Sit down, Paul Pierce.
That's right.
Oh, my God. I mean, listen, I got to show up on the jump. The blasphemy. Only Rachel Nichols seems to not be blasphemous. Everybody else that shows up on her show appears to be blasphemous. What the things that they're saying makes no sense.
That's right. Well, there's no such thing as blasphemy.
Don't stand up like you're going to do something. Don't stand up like you're going to do something. Nobody's scared of you.
Teams in there.
What?
Then you got to start. We're still up there right now.
I asked you a question. I asked you a question.
So, well, when you go to history, let's go into history. Don't just go to your history. Let's go to the history. Don't go into history at all. If you're going to go back there, we can go back there.
Let's go.
Or we can stay right here. I like the way you.
Hold on. I'm going back. I'm going back there. I'm going back there. I got him. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Are you ready for this? It is true. It is true that when you were a member of the Cowboys and Jimmy Johnson came on board to coach this team, it is true that Jimmy Johnson went to you and you sat up there and said, if the dawn of a new day is imminent, we need to get rid of this, and this. So what happened to that philosophy now? Y'all won 2 playoff games in 25 years, and you're going to sit up here, stick it out your chest, talk about it's the dawn of a new day? Y'all ain't nothing, okay? You ain't been nothing. Last time y'all was something, you had an afro. My hairline was 2 feet forward. Don't get me started. Don't act like they the Lord. You're a champion walking around with rings, but these boys ain't won in 23 years, and you sitting here representing them. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's funny.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's nice.
And since we can't win, we gonna shut it down. It's still a chance that they can get the A spot. Ain't they only 3 games out of the A spot? Didn't we say LeBron is box office? Didn't you say LeBron James is the best player in the world?
Can I shoot this down?
I love you, man.
So you need to tell me LeBron James the best player in the world that's already missed 18 games.
Jalen.
That's already missed.
Jalen, you are making a valuable point. I believe you're making a valuable point. In this case, I think it's misplaced, and I'll tell you why.
I have to say is this. We should have a separate show on talking to Will about the existence of entitlements, because clearly he doesn't understand. Some people,
you know what you could do? You know,
some people don't.
You could
and
do
that is not a conversation you'd want to get into it with me about.
You know what, Stephen A? You might do this. Maybe you could impanel a group of 4 people to debate me all at once and see if you could win. Or you could try to take me on one-on-one.
Well,
or
first of all,
you can do it however you want.
Because I'm here at your disposal, Stephen A. I'm here. I don't need any help.
I'm here at your invitation.
You must be crazy.
As always.
Please, you just learned in sports. Step back.
All right, guys. Well,
about AD being one of the best players in the entire league.
Whoa. Stop the presses. What damn conversation did you have? Who with whom? Where's the tape? It wasn't on this show.
Steven.
You ain't hear nobody. You're already 6'8". Sit down so we can see you on camera. We can't see you on camera right now. Okay? Here's the bottom line, Jalen Rose. Where's that camera at? You ain't had no conversation with us about Boogie Cousins better than Anthony Davis? When?
What individual on this program said Boogie Cousins was the best big man in the game?
Me.
Okay. That's who. You.
Hold on up. Center. We were talking about the 5 position. We didn't call him a better big man. We didn't call him a better player than Anthony Davis.
I didn't say we.
That didn't happen,
Jalen.
You. I didn't. Hell no. Oh, hell no. We asked the question when DeMarcus Cousins first came to New Orleans. Max and I were on the air talking. We was like this. Wait, is he better than? Hell no, he ain't better than Anthony Davis. This is Anthony Davis.
The nerve. I got 3 curse words out of you.
I got the tape.
But I did say I thought the offense would work through Boogie Cousins more, low post, better passer, that sort of thing. But no way is he better than AD, and that's another reason,
And by the way,
guys.
where the hell was Jalen Rose? You got a lot of nerve. You missed the basketball. Got NBA countdown. You on in the morning and prime time. I ain't hear nothing from you. How you gonna call us down? Where were you talking about all of this, all of these months? I didn't hear you talking about New Orleans and Alvin Gentry and the crew. I didn't hear that.
You know why? Because you mentioned it earlier. Because they weren't on our radar because they were a 7th, 8th seed, hovering around being out of the playoffs. And then all of a sudden this last month, he's exploded. He's been putting up 25 and 10s basically since he's been in the league. We're talking about him today because he doubled those statistics, and he's been playing outstanding.
And you have him for 3 more years.
Get him, take him.
And you have a chance to contend and maybe win a championship over the next 3 years because of LeBron. Why would you risk that over probably not making the playoffs?
How about this? Number one, you want LeBron to play so that the guys you tried to trade this year, you heighten their value by putting them on a playoff stage.
Okay.
Number one.
That's a reason.
Right. Yeah. For number two, for LeBron James, when you're the leader and you're the best player, you have to be that on the floor, not in the boardroom, not in the locker room. You got to show up and play the actual
You're a good
game,
hype man, Stephen
regardless of the scenario. And lastly, when we talk about LeBron having to do too much and average a triple-double, that's what he's supposed to do.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Right?
That's what he's supposed to do. This is ridiculous.
Well, you could stand on principle, and then maybe you don't have LeBron for the next 3 years.
We got to play. Oh, really? What about the whole season?
No.
What season
Kobe's
is 5 months?
Achilles snapped when he played so many minutes to play him into the playoffs.
Oh, so now we worried about the Achilles snapping. I'm telling you right now, next time I'm in LA, I'm going to walk outside the jump, have the camera, remember, walk outside the jump with a picket sign. I mean, for Paul Pierce and Pippen and T-Mac.
For the record, I don't think they should shut him down. And I think Paul Pierce.
The moment is here. It has arrived. Stephen A., the floor is yours.
You know what? You two, Brian, you my man. You know that. I love you. My boys. Patience. How old are you? How old to say it?
37.
How old are you?
46.
Oh, damn it. Y'all wasn't even born. Y'all weren't even born the last time the New York Knicks won a title.
I was born in 1973.
19. Oh, I'm sorry. What's your birthday?
January.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was mine.
My apologies. Stop. My apologies. You were 5 months old, still in the damn crib for crying out loud, and you talking to us about patience? And Mr. Detroit, first of all,
I was in the top drawer. I was not in the crib.
All right, fine. Whatever. Men technicality. That's all of us. Don't act like this is new. We were in the top drawer. I know what that is. Okay. We don't hear nothing about no patience. Patience? That's 1973 since the New York Knicks won a title. We talk about Walt Clyde Frazier. I'm talking about when they actually liked his outfits. We're talking about Willis Reed. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about, patience? The New York Knicks. First of all, we understand that the disappointment of the Patrick Ewing years, because even though they teased us, Dave Checkett and Ernie Grunfeld did a marvelous job of teasing us into believing that this team will win the championship, that somehow, some way they would beat Jordan. They lied to us for a decade, but it's okay. It's okay. That comes with it.
To the finals twice.
That's right. And lost. Don't get me started. John Starks Game 7. Don't get me started. 1999. That wasn't really a finals appearance. It's lockout shortened season. You wasn't going to beat San Antonio with David Robinson and Tim Duncan. Don't start with me. The point is. Really wrong in this matter, but before I go even further, we will have a discussion at some point in time about that shirt, that absence of a tie, that weak collar that you have on there, whatever. I'm just saying. It could be a little bit more crisp.
Are you deflecting because that argument he just gave?
I think so. I think so.
Right now? Do you feel like he just got you?
Playing a little game of 3-card Monty at the table. Look over here.
First of all, I am never fazed by anything that Will, Max, or anybody else says on this show. I'm the man, number one. Number two, next time you want to insert yourself in the debate, give me a heads up. I'll be ready for that. Number three, let me get back to you, Will Kane. I'm going to tell you why you're flagrantly wrong on this one. Because of people like you. Wait.
Yeah, get him going.
Listen.
Tough crowd.
You packing arenas and movie theaters everywhere and all that stuff, and you still need applause in the morning? Why?
And the ultimate deal maker, Jerry Jones, will get these deals done.
My buddy, Jerry Jones.
Now,
say my buddy.
You are holding against the Cowboys, and I don't care if the entire internet is against him.
From Will Kane, this means so much to me. This means so much to me about the sport of basketball. I'm so touched.
But the
you're right.
This is to say nothing of the defense.
The entire internet
defense doesn't exist.
You know what? To hell with the internet. Make an argument.
Well, first of all,
Oh.
I don't need the internet to make an argument. I make an argument 240 days out of the year. I don't have a damn thing to prove when it comes to basketball. That's number one.
Let's hear it.
Number two, and more, because the reason why it's hard for me, Will, is because I don't like entertaining the subject, because I don't look at just the numbers. I look at what my eyes see. I look at the pressurized situations that Kawhi Leonard had been in, which is minimal. I look at what Kobe has been subjected to. Yes, it's minimal. It's minimal because of who he was playing with for the vast part of the early part of his career. Remember,
97 playoff games.
Really? So I sat here and I listened. Hold on, time out. I sat here. Molly, did I say a word?
This drama. Dak's trying to get paid. Dak's trying to get paid.
I'm not going to use the word.
Hold on.
Excuse me. These are
everybody's trying to get paid.
These are debate points that you're giving before I speak, Molly.
I'm sorry.
Please don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I mean, this is a beautiful thing. I mean, listen. I just want to personally thank the Cowboys. What do I say? They never let me down. They never let me down. Give them an A for consistency. I got to give it to them.
So the Will Canes and all of these pathetic, delusional, sorry, no good Dallas Cowboy fans, just another reason to gripe, whine, and moan about what might have been. And I'm laughing about it. Ha! Good riddance. So what? Who cares? Take it away, Will. Have a good time. Let me go ahead and drink my latte. It's a vanilla latte, Will. It's a vanilla latte.
Gripe.
I'm going to drink this right now. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Gripe, whine, and moan. See, I mean, think for anyone watching this program, they probably always have to wonder, is this Will Cain's Cowboys bias?
Tell me why I shouldn't hang up on you. Tell me why I shouldn't do that.
Just look at his. Listen, from his game last night, right? He shot 5 from 19 from 3. He shot 21 or 23 from the free throw line, which is great, but I feel like he's forcing the score rather than being efficient.
Do you see who he's playing with? CP3 is not there. Clint Capella is not there. What is he supposed to do?
I get that. I just want to know if you think he was efficient or not.
Why are you talking about efficient? The man is the greatest scorer in the game. He can go to the free throw line anytime he wants. He's got one of the nastiest handles in the game. You can't stop him from getting to the basket. He's shooting threes. He's getting to the hole at will. He gets to the free throw line at will. He's averaging 40 over 18, 19 games.
Balling. I ain't hating on the man. You're
not hating him. How could you ask this question? What do you know about basketball to ask that question? I can understand you asking about James Harden's overall game. You asked about his ability to score. Do you see a better offensive player in the NBA right now? I'm talking about in terms of putting the ball in the hole. How many people can you name that are better than James Harden? Who?
None.
Have a nice day, man. You annoyed me. This is an idiotic question. It's unbelievable.
Trusted, obviously conducts himself like a model citizen, ain't getting called up to the commissioner's office. Who was the dude that just got suspended for PED use? I mean, who's that dude?
Robert Quinn?
I think that's who it was. That's who it was. Is Randy Gregory back? No, he's not going to be eligible either, right?
He's coming. He's coming.
Are we sure? Are we sure? I mean, are you really sure? Because you can't.
Stephen A. Smith, what's up, you bona fide scrub?
How are you, man?
I think you're wrong because LeBron is the best player.
Stop right there. Don't you ever call up to my show again and open up disrespecting me. You don't have a right to do that. You don't have a right to do that. Mind your damn manners. Regardless of what you think about me, you still called up to my show. So you will address me as Stephen A. or Mr. Smith. You won't call me a bona fide scrub and then continue to talk on my damn show. Do we understand one another?
Yeah, I got you, Stephen A.
All right, now speak respectfully before you throw the insults. And then you might have a chance to get your point across. Now, go ahead.
Say, what are you doing out here, Will Cain, talking about Jerry Jones trying to steal headlines? We're out here because you want to talk about this. We're out here because the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, Jerry Jones didn't do this so that Stephen A. Smith will talk about it on First Take. The world wants.
Excuse me. I did it because
the
we
Dallas
needed
Cowboys
something
in their
relevant
headlines.
for you to talk about. Because you got nothing else to say. This is your argument. That's why I did it.
You know what? Strike
that. If we really want to get
The world needs the Dallas Cowboys. The fact that Jerry Jones Jones is just now saying this is a problem.
Are you going to watch the Super Bowl, Will? Are you going to watch the Super Bowl, Will? Because Dallas ain't playing. You going to watch the Super Bowl?
Oh, don't you try ratings on me. Don't you try ratings on me. You'll lose it every day and twice on Sundays.
Please, I'm waiting for you to win. I think I'm worried about you. You got to be crazy. You got to be crazy.
What's up, Mac? You sound the distinguished gentleman from New York.
I'll be back. I'm not going anywhere. Because he's going to have to be coached. It ain't Greg Popovich there no more. And, oh, by the way, the effective numbers, pick and roll situations and what have you, you know, is Kawhi Leonard the shot maker that Kevin Durant is? Hell no. Absolutely false.
No, but you're acting like Tim Duncan was in his prime when, by the time Kawhi got to MVP caliber level,
I'm not finished.
Duncan was finished.
I'm not finished. Kawhi Leonard won a championship when that Tim Duncan was on the floor. I tell you that much. He didn't win it without him.
First of all, you was wrong about Tim Tebow.
I was not wrong about Tim Tebow.
You were wrong about the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm never wrong about the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm not afraid of you.
I'm not afraid of you either.
About Isaiah Thomas.
I was not.
You was wrong. And Aaron Rodgers, he's not all that. I can't take it no more. Will you do the same, Stephen A. Smith? I don't care. I'm suing Gloria Allred. Get Gloria on the phone right now. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. He attacked me. He's my brother. He should have more respect for me than that. Call Johnny Cochran.
So I'm sorry is not good enough? I can't say it is not. I'm supposed to be your brother. You can't forgive me and not sue me?
Look in my eye. Look what you did to me. It's unforgivable. C-Mac, roll me out of here. Bang!
If this were a player, white, black, Native American, Hispanic, Jewish, Gentile, or whatever, they would have gotten raked to the coals. But we're going to sit up here and play a quote with him talking about, oh, you know what, my family and me, and with the help of medical professionals. Hell with all of that. You were sniffing something on the job. And you've been costing your team all year long, clearly. And we're going to sit up there and talk, and we're going to bring up caffeine, and we're going to bring up all this other stuff.
If a player was doing it?
Nah, we ain't doing that today. Not today. Excuse me?
Black,
what?
Native American or other, as you said, Stephen A. If a player was doing it, I would have the exact same response. I would say I'm glad they're going to get help.
I'm not questioning that about you. I'm not saying that you wouldn't have had the same response. I'm simply saying don't let this man, we're not going to let this man off the hook today with what he elected to do. And if he's got a problem, that's fine. He certainly wasn't willing to let anybody know it. And you're going to video yourself and what have you. Who the hell knows what was going on through his mind? This man right here was on the job doing this and clearly was willing to cost the franchise what he cost them. He deserves no compassion today. He deserves no compassion today. None.
I don't know about today or tomorrow, but I don't understand the problem with compassion. He lost his job. I mean, the consequence, as raising children, as you know, Stephen A., I have kids, you have kids.
I got a problem with the fact that he was allowed to resign.
You give them consequences based on their behavior.
You have no problem with him being allowed to resign? Answer the question.
You give them consequences based on their behavior because you want them to know better. Is the point to punish because you did bad?
Really?
You get punished? Or is the point
to say that with a straight face?
Make them
you got no
better,
problem with him resigning.
Make the world better.
You got no. Hold on. You got no. Don't give me that crap about making the world better. We don't think about that with the players. How do? How y'all doing out there, you Cowboy fans everywhere? I know last night was difficult for you. I get it. You're not going to have an undefeated season after all. Numbers didn't dip. And oh, by the way, the old man with LeBron James, who got more hair issues than me, by the way. I just want to state that for the record, okay? He has more hair issues than me. I'm 50. All right, you know, I got an excuse.
Okay.
I don't know about him.
Now
but let me tell you
poking fun at LeBron.
Of course. Okay, yes, I am. Oh, far be it for me to do that. It's all love, LBJ. It's all love. Here's the deal.
Well, first of all, there's a lot of reasons that go into it. I just want to make sure that we understand that. I mean, after all, when you got your star running back that's close to $100 million, $50 million in guarantees, by the way, and he averages less than 2 yards a carry, something's wrong with that picture. I just think it's important to point that out.
And so when you look at it from that perspective, and then you take into account the brother affects ratings, he's a global iconic figure, and oh, by the way, with or without Patrick Mahomes, Mahomie to some people out there. You gonna watch the NFL
with or without him, that wasn't necessarily the case.
Okay, Smokey.
Okay.
LeBron just like to see Big Worm.
I reckon this is a real miserable day for you. But I got some news for you. There's still hope. There's still hope. You're still ahead in the NFC East. You're not going to be perfect, okay? But that doesn't mean you're not going to have a winning season.
Roster. People know their roles. They're delivering. Like, don't mess with the Dallas Cowboys. If I'm a Cowboys fan, I don't want to mess with it.
I was just bringing up your stuff when you brought up the Eagles, Green Bay, other teams. And I get to all of that. See, you're looking at Dallas Cowboys as being complete. I'm looking at them as an accident waiting to happen. Anything's possible.
Well, Antonio Brown, for example.
Yes.
You see what he's trying to do? He's trying to smuggle in a problem.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break.
Pauls, Maverick Carters, or whatever other dudes LeBron has out there waving the LeBron pom-poms or whatever. I ain't one of those dudes. And far be it, because I don't know. Do I need to put up the ticket tape? Because my God, Roz, I don't know if you know this. I insult LeBron all the time because I have the temerity, the unmitigated goal to point out that he's only number 2 on Mount Rushmore of basketball history. Maybe.
I heard 2 or 3. Nothing of his philanthropy.
That's right. Did I bring the philanthropy? Yeah. He's a great director, actor, businessman. I just want to make sure because, oh, my God, I've insulted LeBron James by acknowledging he's on the Mount Rushmore of basketball, but not better than Jordan. My God, shoot me dead, okay? Let me get to this
not
point.
Better than Jordan.
I'm just not better than Jordan. But I'm saying, my God, I said LeBron's number 2, Mac. What an insult to him. What an insult.
2 or 3,
but here's the deal. There you go. Here's the deal. Guess what? It doesn't matter. The Cowboys lost. All right? That's a sign of things to come. I tried to tell you. Let me lasso you in on it. Right on up in here. I hope you'll be all right as the season progresses. But in case you don't, there's always first take waiting for you. How about them Cowboys? First take, man. You finish? Is it true that you have no problem with the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, being number 2 above LeBron James?
Correct.
Your argument is done. Right there. Right there's over. It ends right there. The brother don't have a jump shot yet, okay? I understand. Let's not get into defense. We understand both sides of the ball. I give you that. This is the one thing Max and his slick self never brings up, and that's where I got you. Because Max Kellerman, the blue does look smooth today. I don't know if the smooth is great, but it does look smooth. But anyway, this is what we do, baby. It's what we do. Here's the deal. The other thing is that you got a guy like Dak Prescott obviously looking to make major dollars, and when the running back is not running the ball effectively, particularly when you sit around and you look at him and you say, hey, this is the reason why Dak Prescott was successful to begin with. And then we walk into this season, and the first 3 games against subpar competition, what happens is Dak Prescott airs it out, looks great, and obviously everybody's talking about him as an MVP candidate. And then the second you go up against a relatively respectable team with a respectable defense that neutralizes the running game, and you got an opportunity to turn it around and air it out.
So did Lonzo go down.
Lonzo, but really?
Yes.
In this conversation, we're going to bring up Lonzo. Really?
Lonzo had a tremendously positive effect on that team.
Listen, he had a positive effect, but he wasn't the difference maker. He was a contributor. We get it. Okay. I understand. Come on, man. How are we going to... I'm sitting there. You got me. I'm mad at you now. You got me sitting here defending LeBron James like this. How can we sit up here and strip him of his supremacy because he got injured?
Let's back up for a second. You with your disrespect. Whenever I hear, I'm not talking about career accomplishments. I'm talking about right now. You're evaluating a football player, baseball player, basketball player, whatever it is, and you're talking about them right now. You know what the scouting report says? Scouting report's not respectful. Scouting report tells the truth about these guys. If I hear, scouting report, If I hear respectful, it's disrespectful, I know I got him.
Stephen A. Smith, he is something else. He is my guy, Max Kellerman. How we feeling? How we living?
How do?
Fellas.
How do? How y'all do?
That's why you're in such a good
mood
today.
doing?
How did I not put 2 and 2 together?
Yeah, something like that, something like that. How y'all doing?
Let's get it started.
Did you have a wonderful weekend?
Not as good as yours.
I know I did. I just want to say for the record.
The only franchise in the NFL that has a player that got arrested for stealing a pair of drawers and a cologne in the middle of the day. It's still my all-time favorite story. I'm sorry, I can't help. Raj, I've never laughed so hard on TV. I don't believe in my life.
Couldn't get to a shower after the gym.
The brother came from practice, was going home, and went to a department store and stole a bottle of cologne and a pair of drawers. It doesn't get any funnier than that. I don't care what nobody say. That's an all-timer right there.
No question. Here's the problem with that.
Believe that.
All right. A couple things here. You said John Kitna's your guy. Is that what you said?
That's my guy.
That's your guy?
John Kitna.
John Kitna?
Yep.
John Kitna.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm gonna leave it alone. John Kitna's your guy. Okay.
My retort to that would be, it's fine that you're willing to go places. I love that about Baker Mayfield. But guess what? Your game has to go places.
Go to the playoffs. Try that.
Your game has to go places.
Yep. If you're going to talk,
it can't just be, no, my mouth can take me places. Your mouth can take you places. Your mouth, Baker Mayfield, don't mean a damn thing unless your game takes you there too. And I believe it will, because I believe in Baker Mayfield. All I'm saying is, wait a minute, first 3 games of the season,
If you're a one
I mean, with 19 games in, 60 touchdowns, I mean, what do you say, Max? But I'm going to lean on what my man Troy Aikman had to say. Could you get 33% of the Super Bowls I captured?
Just destroy the Greek freak and everyone else in his way.
From you?
No.
Oh, I forgot. Who I'm listening to? Mr. Cliff with Tom Brady. My bad. You don't respect the greatness that people record, Max.
Who's the best quarterback in football right now?
Patrick Mahomes.
There you go.
You guys are bringing it right now. We're going to revisit this later in the show, okay?
Let's do it. I mean, this is blasphemy, man. This is blasphemy.
Disrespectful toward Kawhi.
Up next, if and when
Or if you Tom Brady, how about 15% of the Super Bowls I captured?
Did you give him Bill Belichick?
When you talk about the most valuable athlete in sports, Max, we just finished talking about him a few months ago. We were talking about LeBron James.